What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another video. Happy Friday. Finally got my cousin back in the chair. He's out here for some work and just getting things done, and he hit me up for a haircut. Wanted the same thing, just a nice little cleanup on the sides. He wants to keep like the mullet look. He doesn't want me cutting anything off the top or the back, just the sides itself, so you guys won't see me doing any of that in this video. With the number 2 guard attached and the lever starting in the open position, so all the way down, I'm going to just clean everything around the ear area, and I'm going to go up pretty high on this side of his hair. I didn't go up this high last time, but I really wanted just to clean up all this hair and get it out the way. Got my Babyliss trimmers, clean that up, and then got my Babyliss clippers, lever closed just a little bit with no guard, creating that second guideline. I'm moving really quick in this video, you guys. Using that number 1 guard though to create, I guess you would say, the third guideline, and just blending into the lower part of this haircut, not trying to push it up high at all. Got that number 1.5 guard to blend out that number 2 guard we did previously, and I'm just going to close the lever little by little until I'm satisfied with that blend. Grabbing the number 1 guard again, I'm going to go back to the number 1 guard just to start blending out that 1.5 I did previously, and dropping down to the half guard to blend out the number 1 guard I did in the beginning, creating that third guideline right here on this bottom portion. I'm not hating on this type of haircut, y'all. Like, I don't know why he likes this type of haircut. I mean, it's cool and all, like, it's dope, but, like, it's not my style, but obviously it's his. But, I mean, a lot of you guys get this style of haircut, or, you know, you get, like, a little low taper on these sides or something. But, I mean, to me, I think it would look better if he just did, like, a low drop fade or something. That's just my opinion, though. Let me know what you guys think in the comment below. Getting back to the haircut, just finishing up, cleaning up a little bit of detail work on that right side, and now moving on to the left side. Gonna cut all that bulk down with the number 2 guard. I closed the lever just a little bit, and I'm gonna clean everything else behind the ear as well, and just pushing it up almost to the crown of his head. Creating that first guideline with my Babyliss trimmers. I was like, wait, which direction am I going to be cutting this? But nah, I got it right. Got the Babyliss clippers out, and it was just a little tricky to get behind the ear, you guys. I wasn't trying to cut too much back there. He wanted it to be dark behind the ears just a little bit. You guys can see that long ass strip of hair. I'm going to definitely cut that here towards the end. Whipping out that 1.5 guard so I can blend down that bulky number 2 I left behind. After that, I'm going to grab the number 1 guard and just start down fading from there, y'all. Alright, grabbing that number 1 guard so I can clean all the hair behind his neck on the side. It was really bulky on this side, more than the other side. And that hair that I just left there, that was the piece of hair I was laughing at previously that was just not wanting to come off. You're honestly not going to see any of this once he lets down his hair, so I wasn't too worried about perfection and like super good detail work, but I got it nice and cleaned up. Using my Bronze Series 9 trimmers to clean everything I left behind the neck. And going to continue that same process on the opposite end. This side did give me a little bit of trouble. It just sat differently than the opposite end itself. You can see there's like hardly any hair that I need to kind of line up, and I didn't want to cut into the hair any more than I had to. Adding a thick pomade fiber cream. I'll go ahead and post a picture so you guys can see what it is. I don't think his hair really took it as well as I wanted it to. He doesn't really ever add any products to it. Anything you add to it kind of makes it greasy, whether it's gel or pomades, but I just rub my fingers through, you guys, let his hair lay flat and natural how he normally would. If you do have hair similar to this, go ahead and grab the blow dryer, you guys. It'll allow you to shape and just move the hair in a better direction than if it's wet, how I'm doing it just with a regular comb. Off camera, I did use a beard brush to brush it down, and then I just grabbed a pick kind of to pick out all those crazy hairs. He didn't want me to cut it down at all. He just said to lightly clean up underneath the neck, get it all nice and clean, and just to clean up any of those crazy hairs that were trying to fly away. You can notice on both sides he does have some thinning that appears to be on the cheek area. That's perfectly normal. His facial hair has actually gotten a lot thicker since you guys saw him in the last video, so I thought that was dope. Grabbing that number 1 guard, I'm going to clean down all this mustache hair he has there. It's just really bulky, and I told him I just think it would have looked better if I just trimmed it down some. I wanted to make it look a lot cleaner and sharper, so just on the little upper sideburn area, I'm going to do a very small blend, light fade, just to kind of fade out that little area. I think it makes it look a lot nicer and cleaner in the process. Time to brush down his beard, getting it all nice and laid down flat. I picked up some Just for Men mustache and beard color in medium brown. You guys can go ahead and pause that if you want to see it. You mix the 2 tubes together, stirred it in with the end of this stick. You can use like a toothpick or something if you want. And I'm just going to apply a light coat to him. It should look like a caramel color, at least this one. I am going to start applying it just to the natural area that the hair is already growing in. I'm not going to try and go any higher than where it's at, just so it doesn't look really unnatural. Right now, as it is being applied, it goes on like that caramel blonde color. Give it about 5 minutes, you guys, and it starts darkening a lot. You'll see here in the next few clips after I do the opposite end that this side over here within maybe a minute gets dark pretty quick. I believe I left it on maybe 5 minutes, not too dark. He didn't allow me to do another like second coat because he was kind of sketched out by the darkness, but once we washed it out and got it nice and cleaned after, he definitely liked it. This stuff is honestly really good if you have like gray hairs and you want to darken the area. I've seen a lot of barbers do this instead of using the spray, but I would honestly prefer probably to use the spray just because in my opinion it looks a little more natural than the beard paint itself. While I'm allowing this stuff to dry on his facial hair and get a little darker, I'm going to clean his mustache. And this part I always do last because it just tickles him, I guess. And you'll notice he just keeps laughing throughout this part. But I get it nice and cleaned up, just a little bit thinner. He's vibing, he's feeling himself. I'm laughing because I only did one part of his mustache, y'all. Look, I still got to do the other part. Imagine if I just left him like that. It's so crazy to see how dark his facial hair has gotten, you guys. If you do this or it's your first time doing it, don't freak out. Don't like start tripping out. It's not going to be as dark as you see it sitting. Once you wash it out, preferably with a bit of mild like soap or something like hand soap, just wash your face in the sink and look at it. It darkened up quite a bit on those bottom areas. There's not a lot of red hair, but like I said, I wanted to do a second coat because it's really thin still in that area, but They don't want it, y'all. You can't do it. Applying some beard oil to his facial hair area just to keep it nice and tame, keep it down so it's not looking all crazy, and plus it smells really good. This is going to be the end of it, y'all. Hope you really enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun with it. It had me weak the whole time. I think it came out pretty good. Let me know what you guys also think in the comment section down below. I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.